Hey everyone, welcome back to Cocktails and Counterspells, our YouTube CheckForTraps channel podcast where we talk shit about magic. My name is Dan. I'm obviously the host of the podcast. CheckForTraps is my channel, so you can find my other shows here as well. We have Man and Maelstrom, The Commander Show, and Sit Down Saga's interview show. We might have some other things coming up for you guys. We'll find out more about that later, maybe. We have some really great guests for you today. My pals Danny and Hailey are here to talk about magic with me, since this is my channel and my show. And I'll let them introduce themselves.
Wow. Dan, well, first, thank you for having us on your show.
Yes,
we begged and you said no, and then we sent you money and then you said okay. So I do want to thank you for having us here today. It was very gracious of you.
Yeah. What Hailey said.
Yeah, great gratitude and all that.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, we're here. We're back to talk about magic and drink fancy cocktails. We're not going to tell you what it is yet, but this is what it looks like today. This is what mine looks like.
What they've got. It's late for me. I want energy drinks. It's fine.
That's true.
Yeah, time zones and stuff like that, which I still don't understand, to be like perfectly honest. I appreciate you guys constantly telling me what time it is, where it actually is, where you are. Yeah, so what do you guys want to talk about today?
Well, that's your show, so
Surely you know what we're talking about.
I thought that was gonna work. I don't know why I thought it was gonna work, but yeah, I mean, okay, so here's what I think we should start with. Last time we all got together and talked, we made a lot of predictions about the Dustmorn set that was coming out, which is now currently out today, yesterday.
Time of recording.
Thank you, Danny.
Yesterday.
time of recording.
Yeah, I don't know what that means, even though it's my channel. Yeah, what do you guys remember? What predictions you made that came true?
It was going to have cards in it. I knew that.
Yeah, it was going to have cards. I predicted that it was coming out today because I didn't research it, so I was wrong on that. It came out yesterday. It came out the 27th.
If you predicted today, that was very close.
It was, yeah.
Didn't you predict today the last episode?
I did. Oh shit, I did. That's mind melt. I predicted that there'd be overlords because at the time when we recorded the last one, they only had, I think, 2 out. So we correctly discussed that each color got its own. I was sweating it because I didn't release the mono black one until like pretty late. So I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, they really waited a long time for that one.
Yeah, because I was like, oh, maybe it'll be Valgavoth will be like the overlord of mono black, but then they snuck him in. So I remember that one. You're correct on that. The room, I'm gonna say I was kind of correct. It's an enchantment that was similar-ish to a battle.
Right,
Yeah.
You don't attack it, but I'm gonna take a half win on that one.
Yeah, it's still, it comes out and you have to interact with it to get the second part of it. So it's like a battle,
Right.
So there was that. Some of them are really cool.
Yes.
Lots of horror movie references.
Yeah.
We definitely.
Yeah, I think
mentioned that.
I remember saying specifically we thought there was going to be a Shining reference, and we got the
Yes,
twins.
there is. We got the twins.
And I think, there's also a card about like breaking down a door, maybe?
Yeah, I think it's a mono blue one, and it's legit like someone's face coming through a door.
Yeah, which is very like, here's Johnny. Another shine, like, so yeah, 2 Shining references I think we got.
You've got the
So
Beetlejuice reference as well.
Which is my favorite, which I will then pivot to. Do you guys have a favorite reference that you saw?
I have a stack of cards in front of me. I'm going to quickly go through them because I don't remember.
Do it.
Hold on.
Yeah, I think in terms of favorite reference, the Unsettling Twins, I think is what the card is called.
Yeah.
I will admit that my partner and I have a very good Grady Twins costume where we dress up as the little girls from The Shining. And so like seeing that card, I loved it. I thought it was so fun.
Queuing for Danny.
I'm still looking.
No, you're good.
I mean, there's a lot of them. Like, I mean, there's obviously there's a ton of Ghostbuster references. There's the Annabelle.
Oh yeah.
In there, but it's not called like Arabelle. I think she's called. That's a fun one. I like that.
Yeah, Arabella.
I will admit that I know that there's like a long-standing trope of like haunted dolls in horror films, but all I can think of is Nadja's dolly from What We Do in the Shadows. And so it's like not like a murderous doll, it's just like a sassy little bitch. She's like, you put me in this fucking doll. Let me out.
You put me in this doll. We are like sisters.
Yeah.
Mad at her. I sidebar predicted that I would only, when I got my collector box, pull Simic bullshit, and I have not pulled any Simic bullshit yet. I still have 2 packs to open, which we'll be doing later. So I really hope I'm wrong and that doesn't happen.
Yeah, there is. There's not a lot of Simic bullshit, but the Simic bullshit that is in the set is like, feels like I don't know, important. Large, they're like important cards, you know.
Oh yeah, like I think
like story wise, I guess. I mean,
I make fun of not wanting to play Simic all the time, but it's because its power is too impressive for my pea brain. I have to do big monsters, and I have to do math, and I have to be countering stuff. Like,
and they really leaned on the math too, which I find very funny.
Prime numbers, get out of here. But then listed them because we knew. No one's gonna know that.
No one's gonna know that.
At a table. Not me.
Yeah. Okay. So in opposite news, my prediction for a Golgari Tyvar was wrong. He's just mono green, which is still cool, but won't be a commander that I build probably because I already have 2 mono green decks. So that's I don't need 3.
That's your thing though. You like mono green though.
I fucking love mono green, but I think 2 is enough for now.
I love the surprise that, because I think you, Dan, I don't know if it was a prediction, but you might have said that you hoped that the commander precons got actual creature cards in the set, and they did.
Right. Oh yeah, that's right.
And that doesn't always happen.
Yeah.
So then Winter ended up being Jund, even better for you, dude.
Yeah. Fucking sick.
Even though he's a dick.
No.
Spoilers.
Rail.
Yeah, sweet haircut.
But I did think. So, how did you feel about the stories, though? Because we talked about the stories a little bit, and then we talked about them with Thunder Junction too. So, how did you feel about the stories this time?
I liked it, but I got too sucked into it as a standalone. And literally, when I pulled the card and everyone was reading the story, I was like, "Oh yeah, Jace is here. Oh yeah, we're doing stuff."
Right.
I got too sucked into the isolated story, and I really liked the isolated story.
I haven't read any of the story for Duskmoon. Because I tend to wait until after, and then I enjoy the cards as they are and like what they do, and then I'll look into the story after, and then that usually kind of reinvigorates my interest into the set. So I don't really know what's going on with the story, but other than I know that the house itself is a plane within the multiverse, and Valgathoth is an entity that has entered and is trying to take over. That's as much as I know. Yeah. And Nashi's gone there looking for something to do with Tamio.
Yeah, like a relic of... Yeah.
That's all I know.
Nice. I mean, that's a good policy. I do think that, at least for me, like, I read the stories as they released them. So it was like the stories and then they spoiled the cards. And so, like, I really enjoyed having the context from the story for the cards. But then once the cards were out, I was like, I guess I'm done with this now, and I just have to wait until I get some. So I think that's like a pretty good idea to like actually wait, and like space out your experience with the set a little bit, especially considering that it's like the 5th fucking set in the last however many months. So
the drama, dude. Yeah,
especially if they're going for a connected story within these sets, then you know, with the speed in which they release, like, might as well wait and get the story as a big chunk rather than snippets.
Right. That makes sense. I might do that next time. That's a good idea.
So I'm excited to read the story because, like, just looking at the cards, knowing it's a horror set and now it's out, and you know we're seeing all those horror tropes in the cards, which we alluded to thinking there what we would see. There isn't a specific one that stands out to me, but I do like all the different fears, all the fear cards, fear of missing out, fear of losing teeth, and all that. I really like those. I'm sure there was a Hellraiser reference on one of them, and I can't find the card and what I've pulled, but I've seen.
Yeah, the needle.
Yeah.
The needle head guy.
Yeah.
I think he might be on two. I think he might be on 2 cards. Like, I think there's a creature card, and then there's either an instant or red mono red sorcery, or some card that also references that imagery again. Yeah.
Yeah, there's like one of the. I think in the story it's like when they meet Winter, like he does something to one of the Razorkin or something like that. I think the Razorkin are for sure Hellraiser references.
Yeah,
wherever they are pictured.
But like the cards, being a horror fan, like just looking at the cards and the art and the flavored text on the cards and stuff is, great for me. The fact that there's a story that's with it.
Yeah.
Once the set's kind of, once I've really kind of got into it, like I bought a collector booster box, I've pulled it. If anyone's been watching my social media, I've been showing some of the packs on there and highlighting some of the cards. But now I've got it and I started putting it into decks. Like the thrill of the set will then move to like just more playing it. So then I'll probably pick up the story at that point to kind of, pull me back into the vibe.
Yeah, sure.
Moving on to the next one.
Do you have a favorite art so far, since you've been picking through the cards and putting them in your decks?
I don't know. I like. I mean, one of my favorite cards is Doomsday Excruciator, because it's just horrendous. I really like that artwork. I really like the standard artwork on that. It plays into the standard mono black demon vibes, but just with a bit of a fresher take on it, which is nice. Yeah, I like that one. That's one of my favorites. And obviously the full art Japanese overlords are just sick. You can't say no.
Yeah, they're so cool.
I was gonna say there's so many different sort of like alt art styles going on here. Is there one that you're particularly like? Yeah, all of this left. I love the double exposures.
Yeah, the double exposures are nice.
Yeah, they're fucking sick.
Yeah,
they're cool.
Yeah, especially the I think it might only be the textured foil ones or whatever, the ones that are like black, red, and white. Just fucking chef's kiss.
Nice.
Yeah,
they're so good.
I will say from the normal double exposures, the Marvin one's really nice.
Yeah. I'm a sucker though for like blue and red contrasting. Ugh.
Yep, definitely.
Fucking cute.
Yeah, and what's the guy's name? Like Victor or something like that? The guy with the moth on his face in the art? Oh, yeah. That one is so good.
That's nice.
Yes, I pulled 2 of those. One's foil, but...
Nice. Which ones did I get? I got Marvin. I got the Mind Skinner. I got Marina Vendrell.
Oh, yeah, I got her too.
Totally.
The Wooberg.
Yeah,
yep.
That's a nice one. Zamone. A couple of Zamone. Nico. Because you've got the textured foil Nico, haven't you?
I do. Let me pull that out. My bag of tricks.
Double exposure version.
I do like the Tyvar one too. The purple and purpley pink and green. That's a fun one.
Nice.
Yeah, just
so cool.
the color palette on that, like the purple and yellow on the regular ones is great, but like the fucking black and red and white is so good. I just can't get over it.
Yeah.
Although I will say, because I've got the Valgothoth one, the purple and gold.
Yeah, that's cool too. Yeah.
Focus
so
is.
Nice.
Wait, get my face out of the way. There we go. Yeah.
So cool.
I think I prefer the purple and gold version of this to the textured foil, the red one.
Oh, yeah.
This one just, I don't know. It just pops out a little bit nicer. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a nice set.
And I will say, like, from a card and story standpoint, like Valgavoth as like a villain was pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like some of the big bads in Magic, either the way they write the stories, they like fall flat on their face, which is unfortunate, or they are like, I don't know, they just feel like kind of silly. But like Valgavoth is like an all-encompassing, like ever-expanding plane that devours everything, and it like lives in this thing that it is like pretty fucking nuts.
Crazy. Yeah.
impressed by that.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Yeah, because I think the villains in the past have been kind of slightly on that comical edge of villain. Some of them you can see with the mustache, like sort of stuff. But it's nice to see as Magic has progressed and as the story team and the narrative team working on it have progressed and evolved over the years. The quality of the story is getting a little bit more detailed and more intricate. Like, I feel like back in the old school, like the vintage era, like with like back in the Urza's block and stuff, with the early Thyrex and Yawgmoth story is very much like good villainy, and then we got to that middle ground where it went a little bit loose. I don't know if you can hear my dog snoring behind me.
Hello.
No,
he's dreaming.
Come on, Ridley.
Yeah, but the middle ground went a little bit kind of like Goosebumps, shall we say? Referencing the
Yeah.
And then it seems like they're drawing it back into a bit more of a serious,
heavier,
heavier quality of villainy and story. It's just nice to see.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that was definitely something I noticed in particular about this one. And I know you haven't read it yet, so no spoilers, but there was definitely a vibe of like, in some of the previous stories, it's been like, if this goes wrong, everything is bad, right? But like in the Duskmourn story, it was like, if this goes wrong, you're gonna fucking die.
Yeah.
And that was like so much heavier.
That's a
yeah.
lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
And especially since they pulled like a lot of new major characters from Planes and stuff, where like, oh my gosh, shit, like I like most horror movies, I'm like, okay, so who's dying? Like, like that trope of like who's dying first. They're gonna cut somebody that you care about. I was like,
yeah.
I was waiting for that card where it was like, I don't know.
This person literally dies.
Yeah, it's literally called like Nico's dead, and you're like, oh,
Yeah. Right.
And you go, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah.
I do like the set. It's
and
nice.
we're geniuses, so I think we predicted it all.
Predicted every single card in the set.
Yeah, we did it.
We literally, if you're watch the last episode, we named every single card before they came out.
It was like a speed run of credits.
Kind of insane, actually. It's never been done before. So.
Yeah, so you should go back and watch it. You won't understand what we're talking about now. You have to watch the first episode.
Yeah.
It's been that.
Yeah, it's not an anthology.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, we're great. We did it.
Nailed it.
Another feather in her cap.
Anyway.
Yeah, Dan, what are we going to talk about?
Well, the elephant in the room is obviously the bans. If we have anything to add to the discourse that has been already, I personally, I have some opinions, obviously, because I have opinions about everything, but I feel like the horse is dead and the horse has been beaten. So I don't feel like I need to say a lot about this personally, but I would be curious what you guys think.
Yeah, I have 3 things to say on the topic. One, being a dick and sending death threats to people is fucking stupid. So all that bullshit can just go fuck off. Like, why? It's a card game. At the end of the day, it's a card game. Grow up.
Seriously.
Don't be a dick. No one deserves that shit. How would you like it if someone did it to you? You wouldn't, so don't fucking do it. Second, Nadu can fuck off anyway, so we don't care about that. That's fine. Dockside, never played it. Don't do mono red. But hey, like, it looks like an OP card, so I imagine it would be an OP card, so fair.
Yeah.
Jeweled Lotus and Mana Crypt I don't think should have been banned. I don't think they're broken cards. I mean, Jeweled Lotus is literally the only format you can play it in is Commander. Because it's what it says on the fucking card, so like, why ban it? And Mana Crypt, I own a Mana Crypt. It's like the most expensive card I bought. I'm still gonna play it. Like, end of the day, like you can ban whatever cards you want, but you have a rule 0 with your pod, and if they're happy playing any card, then you play any card. Like, who cares? Like, You know, yeah, the value of the cards may have dropped a bit because of the ban, but buy cards to play cards. You know, if you're going to invest in stuff, then, you know, look at reserve list instead. You're going to make investments because reserve list is reserve list. They're going to hold value more.
Right.
It is weird that after 3 years of no bans, they just dropped 4 big ones like that. But, you know, if in the long run, you know, they do it for positive reasons, you know, to try and help the format. If it does slow people's decks down a bit so you get a more balanced, enjoyable game, fair. For those that own the cards, that want to play them and are gutted about it, just still fucking play them. Just again, it's a game.
You just ask.
Talk to the pod you're playing with. If they're cool with playing it, then play it. If you play more structured tournament based Commander games, you can't play it. It's the format. Like, cards are banned in other formats outside of Commander. They have to deal with it. It's just the same with this one.
Yeah.
So that's my view on it. Jeweled Lotus and Mana Crypt. I mean, people die to their own Mana Crypts. So, like, how can you ban that card when it balances itself out? And Jeweled Lotus, you can only play it in Commander, so it's a bit silly to ban it in the only format it comes in. But whatever. Yeah. I think the biggest issue was they dropped four cards in one go after nothing for a while, rather than saying Nadu and Dockside. If they banned those and said, hey, we're looking at fast mana at the minute and how to balance that out, you know, be aware, and then maybe give it time, you know, see how things go with dropping those down, and then, you know, if they were to then say, hey, Jeweled Lotus is getting banned, you know, Crypt is getting banned, if they did that over time rather than all in one go, it'd probably soften the blow a little bit, and, you know, there'd be less discourse.
For sure, yeah.
That's my view on it. I still want a Jeweled Lotus. I still plan on buying a Jeweled Lotus at some point.
Yeah.
I know, seriously, they're on sale, so.
They're on sale. Too soon. Too soon. That horse is still too dead.
What about you, though, Hailey? Because you're newer to Commander than us.
Yeah.
So
some of this will sound comical, but it's mostly just because of I am so new, so it's like you don't know what you don't know.
For sure.
True.
One, I'm too poor to have any of those cards.
Fair.
I know. So it selfishly did not affect me. Were some of those cards things that I probably could have put into decks and like been a better player or like a faster player? Probably, but I don't know. I'm not there yet. Maybe if I had a few more years in the game, maybe it would be a different story. So I kind of feel like I also like have no historical context to the fact that there was really a rules committee doing too much behind the curtain, the see-through curtain. We all know who they are, but like, yeah. So I guess, yeah, I didn't have those cards. So on a selfish level, I don't know. Sucks to be me. Didn't have them. Can't lose what you didn't have. Two, I don't know. It's a casual game. You can sit down at any table and have a conversation. And if someone says, hey, like, I don't want to play that either for the whole night, or like, hey, we'll do one game where we have those and the rest, let's kind of take them out. Let's do something different. Let's try and not just like crush each other the whole time. It's the same with like D&D when you have a session 0. Like, just be upfront about it. And if someone says no, just respect that, because you're probably going to find the table next to you, like, you could shuffle up and they'll let you do it. I don't know. It's a casual game. Like, we're all just pretending to acknowledge that, okay, we can't play these cards anymore because someone said we can't. Like, you can if you want. I don't know. 3? I didn't have a 3, but I just wanted to be consistent. Don't be a dick. I will also reiterate that. Like, I don't know. Whatever. I had 0 feelings invested. I had 0 money invested. So I came out unscathed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Thank you, Ted, for talking.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I mean, I don't feel like I have really any opinions that are different than what you guys have already shared. I think like the initial reaction from the community, at least from what I saw, was what I would consider to be unhinged. Like,
Yeah.
No offense, but you guys gotta fucking relax, dude. Jesus Christ, man. Like, and selfishly, like, I don't have any of those cards also, but that's because that's like a power level I don't really play. And if I were, which like I'm kind of interested in like trying CDH and stuff like that, but like I would proxy those fucking cards. I wouldn't buy them, you know? Like I would definitely wait until I was convinced that it was a good idea. And like, I'm sorry that you lost money, but like that has happened to me like so many fucking times. Cards rotate out of standard, then they're not expensive anymore. They get banned, they're not expensive anymore. Some of my favorite cards are fucking banned. Like this card in this frame above my shoulder over here is a fucking Yawgmoth's Bargain that I cannot play in any of my fucking decks because it's banned. I have a Primeval Titan in my rare binder that's been there for a decade that I can't play because it's fucking banned. So like, I don't know, whatever, dude. Like, this is kind of how it goes. But, and then also like, if you really want to play it, it's one card out of 100 in a deck. And you're like, hey, I own this card. Like if I'm Danny and I have a Mana Crypt and I'm like, I just really want to play my Mana Crypt, I'd be like, cool, dude, whatever. Like if it ruins a game we play, I'd be like, hey, can you not play it next time? And you'd be like, sure, because you're not a fucking dick. You know, it's like not, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's in Shieldred anyway, so it's like if I'm playing that deck, we know what happens anyway.
We're already upset that you are playing Shieldred, so you know.
Totally. Yeah, but I hear the argument that like they just. I joked about this. I think it might have been you, Danny, when you posted in one of our group chats. It was like they banned a bunch of stuff, and I was like, "What do you mean they banned a bunch of stuff? They never ban anything. Every update, as far as I've been paying attention, has been like no updates."
Yeah.
And like, especially in other constructed formats, like bans just need to happen sometimes. But like with Commander, they don't. So you could definitely say like they're on like probation. And in 6 months we might ban them or something. That doesn't really seem to me like that fucking hard to
get
do.
A watch list. Yeah.
They've
I know they like
lists.
the like rules committee like will say like, oh, Dockside's on our radar or something like that. But like that doesn't fucking mean anything.
Yeah.
You know, like just it would be nice if they were a little more like explicit about what they're thinking about and what they're doing. With stuff like that. And yeah, but also like fuck not you. That's a stupid ass fucking bird.
Yeah, I don't. I think out of all of them, most of that unhinged corner that you referenced in terms of like reactions, but you know what? Like if that's your reaction, I will respect that was your reaction. It's not how I would have reacted, but you reacted that way, and you did that. I don't think I saw anything that was like, but Nadu, what about Nadu, my boy? Like Nadu was like,
it's so annoying, dude. It's not even a deterministic loop. You just have to fucking play it out for like however fucking whatever. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Fuck that bird.
But
anyway.
I mean, even Wizards said
nobody
it was
ever
wrong
said
to
like
print.
I'm okay with the Mana Crypt, but like he crippled my boy. He crippled his wings.
I'm my bird.
Nobody, not a whisper, not a peep.
No.
Oh, that's so funny.
As it should be. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, so I don't know. It was weird though. I definitely like the fact that like people were sending threats to anyone over the ban list is like wild. And like whatever like the social equivalent of horny jail is, like you go there. That's crazy. Be banned from the internet. Stop posting. You need to think about your life.
I did almost feel like, what's that like clip from Community where like Troy comes back with pizzas and like all of his other friends, like there's a fire, they're all like dancing, and he comes back and he's like, it did kind of feel like they're like, wait, what happened? And then everyone's like, ping, 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 bans. And then you look at oh man. And I was like, oh, what did I walk into?
Yeah, that was pretty tough. Yeah, I'd be curious like if in the future there's some kind of like, here's why we did that. And here's why we think it was a good idea or a bad idea. I don't know. I'm just curious about like the thought process because I know these are like just regular humans, you know? The RC is like a thing, but they're just people. So like I'm curious like what the fuck actually went on there that like caused it to play out this way.
So they gave a little bit of detail on the bans, but not really not a massive detail. Like I think there's a bit more information that could be given on like why. It's like you banned Crypt and Jeweled Lotus, so you're banning Mana Rocks, but like Vault's still there. Soul Ring still exists. I mean, they're never gonna ban Soul Ring because it's a $1 uncommon.
Right.
It's in every. It literally comes in every deck.
Yeah.
But that's just. It's just as fast. Like, it costs you 1 mana and you get 2, but it doesn't. It untaps every turn. It doesn't deal damage. Doesn't do any of that shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Doesn't give any draw. Yeah.
Which that in particular I think is a really funny point, because I think sometimes about like, if you guys have ever seen like Alan from Mental Misplay, he does like the ban a card like TikTok shorts. My ban a card would be Soul Ring. Like, no offense, but if you want to play fast mana, you should have to pay a fucking $100 for it.
Oh,
you should get a fast mana rock in every deck you buy, and it should not be $2. Like, yeah,
because you don't really run Soul Ring in all your decks, do you?
No, I don't.
Yeah, I think I've taken most of mine out as well. Yeah, I think other than the pre-con. But I also like this is a side quest conversation. But I also like, if I take out Soul Ring, I'm usually putting either like a dual land. I'm putting in something, like, I'm not cutting it for a cool card. I'm cutting it for a different basic necessity. Like,
a different mana rock of sorts. That also does. That's like some another utility card that's going to give you the mana you need, but also something else out of it.
A hot take, Dan. And on your own podcast, put yourself out like that.
On my own podcast. And, you know, I know it's like not really like logical, but like, you know, whatever, fuck it. That's what hot takes are not supposed to be. Yeah, fuck Soul Ring. I hate that card.
Whoa.
I'm still buying cards these days and then find out after I've bought it that it was banned. Oh, fuck. Like, I bought a Corsair of Crewfix. I was like, that's a really cool card. I could put that in this. I'm like, wait a minute. Wait, why is Moxfield not letting me put it in my deck? Oh, wait.
You're typing it in. You're like, no, I spelled that right.
Oh.
He said, no.
Google it. Banned. I was like, fuck.
Yeah, that was. I don't. Yeah, I will say for the record, I don't feel like I have anything more to add to this conversation. But that was another funny aspect of it, where people were like, "Well, this is not banned. Why is this banned?" You know, and it's like,
this or that. Yeah.
Intellectually, like, maybe you could have like an argument there, but like, what? Come on, dude. Like, no one from the rules committee is fucking reading your Reddit post, so like, just shut up.
Yeah.
Yeah, who else do you want to put on blast, dude? Soul Ring. Reddit.
I mean, I keep going. I'm like a natural hater, but that's for another podcast, the Haterade podcast. I'll come out later.
That's the VIP Patreon access.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Haters Lounge. MTG Haters Lounge.
Yeah, exactly.
Just Dan bitching for 2 hours straight.
Yeah.
Easy money.
All of the intros are like 1990s WWE Raw.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Haters Lounge.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yo, it's your host, Roadkill. It's also MTV. Road Rule style. You did tease that there was going to be more content on this channel, so could be that.
That's definitely what I was referring to, probably.
On your channel.
In more positive news, this feels like a good time for a transition since this is my show. Hailey,
Yeah.
do you want to talk about the cocktail of the podcast?
Yeah, it's called Haterade, and it's been fueling Dan this whole podcast. No, it's actually our first ever cocktail based off of Planeswalker. Everyone's favorite, if you're a mono black meanie, Liliana Vess. It is vodka, blackberries, mint, honey, topped with some club soda. 10 out of 10. I say that every time. Not because I'm egotistical, I just love a good drink. Also, don't read into that. Haterade, aka Liliana Vess. Dan, where does the recipe card go?
It goes
I think right here, probably.
Yeah.
No,
I'll point somewhere else. It goes here.
Camera's mirrored. I'm gonna say it's right here. Ta-da! I'm like a Vanna White.
Yeah.
Like, what's the I reveal?
Vanna White.
Yeah, nice. All right, cool. Sounds good.
Very good.
Yeah. And it'll pop up on screen now.
Yeah.
After all that.
Don't know why we made a face for it when we will not be shown when that pops up.
You never know. Who knows what our editor will do with the footage.
It'll get clipped. Clipped.
But yeah, Liliana Vess is my favourite planeswalker, so I'm happy with that. We started with that one. As those, I mean, you can't see from this distance, but I have 2 entire cubes of just, there's some on that side as well, of just Liliana Vess planeswalker cards. Every version of Liliana I have behind me.
That's awesome.
Both of you have pointed to cards in your background that are miles away.
I'm gonna point to.
I know. Here's my shrimp. It's a framed photo of a shrimp. My favorite. This is my. I should make that into a food proxy token, but it's a shrimp in a haunted woods. I don't have a card. I'm not cool.
Hell yeah.
I'll put all my band cards there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Nice.
Bring us home, Dan.
All right, everyone. Thanks for joining me on this episode of Cocktails and Counterspells.
Oh, I don't know.
Bring us home, so I'm assuming that means
we end after the drink.
We can talk about more things also.
Keep it going. Never mind.
All right, forget. We're not ending. We're not ending yet. The next question is going to be: last time we talked very briefly about what we were brewing.
Yes.
Are we still brewing those things, or are you doing something entirely different?
I have brewed one of the things I was mentioning.
Tell us more, please.
Yeah.
So I mentioned 2 decks previously. One was my Twilight Edgar Markov deck, and the other one was my Aliens deck, which is
Sliver Queen.
And I have completed my Sliver Queen deck, my Sliver Tribal.
Oh, no
deck.
way. Nice, dude.
It's ready to start testing now.
Mm.
Yeah, I got the last card for it today, which was a Chromatic Lantern.
Sweet.
Nice.
So,
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's ready to test now.
Okay, so question. As a person who has made full proxy decks, in a conversation with another person who has made full proxy decks, how much proxying is going to go into your Sliver Queen in terms of like aliens?
So the plan is going to be full. So I have the deck. It's
nice.
Over there. I've built the deck full with real Magic cards. So I have a Sliver Queen, I have Sliver Grave Mother, Overlord, First Sliver, Sliver Legion, all that shit. So I have it as a full real deck, and my plan is to play it as a full real deck and have fun with it, and get it to a point where like I'm happy with the way the deck works. Mechanically, it all works nice, and then my plan is to then transition over, and just for the love of the deck and like the concept, and then create a full proxy version of it in the alien format. That's so that awesome. I can have the real version and my proxy version, and then I get to like play around with which one I want to play at the time.
Hell yeah.
Are you going to do like rendered? Yeah, you're going to do rendered art? Is it going to be like a mixture of concept art along with actual like screen grabs? Oh, okay, still too early.
Who knows? Okay. Who knows? My first plan is to get the deck working nice and then start assigning like what card's going to be what. So like Sliver Queen is going to be like Xenomorph Queen.
For sure,
and stuff like that. The first Sliver I'm thinking would be maybe a Deacon from Prometheus, because that's like the first kind of Xenomorph you see in the film series, maybe, and stuff like that, you know. Some pieces like some of my. Hold on, let me jump up on Moxfield and check what's in the goddamn deck. Wait, I'm brewing a. Let me move that one out of the way. That was there. I'm currently brewing a vintage Commander deck as well.
That scares me and intrigues me.
Where is it? There's my Sliver deck. So, in terms of artifacts, like there's like Urza's Incubator. I have that in the deck. So it's like, what could that be in the universe?
Right.
So for me, that would be in Alien Resurrection. where you've got Ripley's the clone, and they're on the space station, and they go into the research lab, and you've got all the test tubes with all the different versions of Ripley in.
Definitely.
That would be my Urza's incubator. Would be like that.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So that's what I need to now do. Once I've got the deck to a play where it plays well, is I will then look at each card and kind of see what reference from the film franchise I can put into the card art then as well. Like Swords to Plowshares would probably be, I don't know, fucking someone with a flamethrower.
Oh yeah.
Fuck out of it.
Flamethrower.
And like Dark Ritual, I would probably use for Dark Ritual would be Alien Covenant. It'd be a scene of David teaching the other David to play the flute, which is he teaches him the tune, which is what he uses to activate the precursor alien ships.
Nice.
It's like a weird little ritual scene. So yeah, like shit like that.
Scare already.
So far, it's just a sliver tribal deck. It's just got like 40 slivers in it.
Nice. I mean, yeah, you have to.
Yeah. Guess I'm next. I don't remember what I said I was making last time. It also turned out I wasn't even making those decks. I was just thinking about it. I text the lads almost immediately after. I'm like, I didn't mention the actual deck I have been slowly building all year, which is actually a Golgari deck. It's a Golgari elf deck. It's not who you think. It is Savra, Queen of the Golgari. It's called Not Another Elf Deck, because there's so many. Yeah, it's classic me, a life gain deck. You know, I will be making the Wandering Rescuer from Duskborn, because I pulled the fancy.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
And then Dan is actually going to pick from my pulls, my other legendary creatures. He is going to pick one of them, TBD, and I have to make a deck. I make it sound like a burden that I have to make a deck, but I will make a deck off of a commander that he picks. So I told him to pick whatever he wants. Doesn't have to be something that he thinks I'll like. Whatever he wants, no salt. I will make it. So it's kind of fun to like push me to do something that I usually don't do, because I keep falling into like things that I'm comfortable with. So to like learn more. That's what I have on my deck list.
What about you, Dan? What are you making?
Yeah, so last time I think I talked a little bit, I can't remember if I mentioned Helga the Bant Frog from Bloomburrow, but that's one that I have built in Moxfield right now that I'm testing. First impression, it fucking slaps, so I'm probably gonna build it.
Yeah.
I am pretty sure I mentioned I was building Zeotora the Incinerator, which will be my second Jund Dragon commander, but this one's not really dragons, so that one also was pretty cool. I'll probably continue with that one. Just real quick, I have like a mono white deck that is built and I'm testing, which I feel like is off-brand, and also a mono red like basically combo deck, also off-brand but very fun. But the next project for me is the Rendmaw, the Creaking Nest, I think, from Duskborn. Yeah, just like making everybody have birds and making the birds fight is like so fucking funny to me. So like I think that's gonna be my next.
Yeah, and a Golgari Force Combat. That's you, dude.
Yeah, hell yeah, there it is.
Yeah,
and it's interesting, like Golgari I think is like a color combination that features in a lot of my decks with another color, but I don't have a Golgari deck, which there's something, I don't know, there's like
something missing, in your life.
Myself, but there's so I
think that's
think
next podcast.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We segue otherwise.
Remember that for next time. For the next time I invite you guys onto my channel to do Cocktails and Counterspells.
Yeah, you have to wait for the payment that we deposit to drop.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so that'll be fun. I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, I think I might have mentioned this last time too. Like I'm doing a lot more testing with my decks, which is good, but also boring, because then I don't buy new cards for new decks. So I'm trying to figure out like a good line between being
fun versus responsible.
And buying cards.
Yeah.
Speaking of commanders, though, that I need to choose from,
Hi.
seems like there might be a couple more packs that need to be
Yes.
opened
That's
for
true.
full choosing purposes.
That is true. For a full, buffet to pick from. I still have 2 packs from the box that I bought.
Yes.
I was able to restrain myself and save them for a full 30 minutes. And here we are. So I'll open them up and then I'll lay out my legendary creatures for Dan to pick my next TBD commander.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, because you could
Alright,
pick on this show, and then we could say in 2 to 3 episodes' time, you can then talk us through the deck list.
Nice. Yeah, dude.
I
That'd be cool.
love that. Let's see if I did that successfully.
Ooh,
Did I do
nice.
this successfully?
You did.
Oh my god. It's my show now, baby. Alright. This is not as good as the camera, so I will work with my focus as best as I can. Sorry for that sound. It's unavoidable. Glimmer! Okay, done. Nailed it. Best card. Ugh, this stupid thing. Thoughts on this dual land?
Really great in another format.
Yeah.
Can you turn the cards upside down for us, Hailey?
Oh shit, I can. Scratch that, edit that out, Dan, on your show.
Yeah, no, you
There
got
we
it.
go.
I'll take care of that.
Okay.
Final Vengeance?
Yeah. I do apologize. This oh.
Another one.
Great. You
Oh, I know
forgot to be shitting me.
I had that in one of my packs where I got like 3 of those. Flip drama, no folk.
Violent Urge, especially
Whoa.
since this focus is being totally not cool. Unwilling Vessel. Sheltered by Ghosts. Swamp. Appropriate. Twitching Doll.
Oh, nice. There you go. Don't even
There
need
we
to buy a
go.
box.
Yeah, I don't need to buy a box. I bought a more expensive box.
Hey,
Oh,
nice.
nice.
Ooh. Okay, very good, very good.
Here we go. Oh,
Leyline.
thank you. I'll take
Nice.
that.
Walk-in closet.
Yeah,
So,
I like that.
fear of missing out.
Nice.
Me. Very nice. All right, so nothing for you to pick from that one. So
Okay. Yep.
my current collection still stands. All right, last one.
Okay. Acrobatic cheerleader. Footed inspector. Malevolent chandelier.
So stupid. Meat locker. Drowned diner, since being a pain. A gremlin tamer. Me.
Nice. Yeah, I was gonna say. Very appropriate.
Worm.
Oblivious bookworm.
Mm-hmm.
Exercise.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, vile mutilator.
Nice.
Yeah, that one's cool. I like that.
Forced.
Hey,
Kona?
hey, and you got
Ooh.
the hidden horror one as well.
Yeah.
Nice, dude.
Ah.
Nice.
Oh,
Fucking nailed it.
spoke too soon. I finally got. Oh, nice.
Oh yeah, that card's cool.
Oh.
Oh, I want that
Ooh,
one.
the eyeball.
I want the eyeball.
What are you? Oh, sweet.
Nice.
And a good lands. Sweet.
Dang. All right. So now.
Stomach bullshit.
No, Dan. I will. Please.
Okay. I
No,
will
I
now
will-
reveal my predictions for your packs.
Oh yeah, because you did predict what you thought I would.
I did. So I'll start with the ones that we didn't hit first.
Yeah.
I predicted that you would get some kind of fancy Kaido Planeswalker. We didn't see any Kaidos.
It's true.
I predicted that you would pull a special guest card, and my specific guess was a sacrifice.
Ooh,
And I don't think we saw any special guest cards.
No.
You pulled more double exposures than I predicted. I predicted 4, you got 7, I think.
Yeah, actually, I got double.
I did specifically predict the Showcase Meat Hook Massacre, the sequel.
Yeah, I did pull that. That was pretty sweet.
Yep. I predicted 3 Overlords, which I think you got exactly 3.
I did, yeah.
And then
these are not for contest, but they're cool.
Right. My only other specific card that I predicted other than the Showcase Meat Hook Massacre specifically was Kian Corrupted Memory. I
pulled her.
We're gonna fucking pull it. And that's obviously the card I'm gonna pick because it's fucking stupid Simic card.
Damn it! I will regretfully honor that. I will be now making a Simic deck.
Nice. Yeah, I will say though, your guesses before that I was gonna guess, I think you said it was between like Tyvar and Annabelle, right?
Yeah.
It was between Annabelle and Rip. So you were very close.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But then you pulled the stupid Simic card, so like that has to be it.
This is true. I love the Rip card art. I don't know if I'd play it, but I do think it looks super cool.
Yeah.
Well, you heard it here first. Time of my death. Today, the 28th, I have to make a Simic deck.
Hell yeah, dude.
I'm just glad it's not the prime one. I know what odds and evens are.
That's funny.
I'm a bitch.
Yeah, the 12th pack too. That was literally the last one, I think.
It was the last one. Okay, so folks, I will be making. I have my long-term Golgari elf deck, which will get made when it gets made. I have the mono white Wandering Rescuer, and now I have my favorite, Kane Corrupted Memory. We're doing it. We're building it.
So let's see. Time of recording. It's, I mean, for me it's the 29th, but for you guys it's still the 28th.
Yes, yeah.
The 28th. So it's the end of September. So shall we say our first episode in December?
Okay.
It gives you like two, like,
yeah. Finish out 2024 with the Simic deck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We will see the deck list.
Can't wait. The things you do for your friends. Oh no, I have to make a deck. My life is terrible. I have to play Magic. Oh no.
What a shame.
Whatever am I gonna do? Wow, well, I played myself on that one.
Yeah, for sure.
Pretty much.
Sorry, I went somewhere.
Well, on that note.
What a great way to end.
Just like the despair of having to build a Simic deck.
Yeah.
Simic's not that bad.
Simic is the best.
I like, my Volrath deck is Simic plus black.
Even better.
Yeah. It's pretty fun.
Hell yeah.
Just get a Biovisionary, Sakashima's Will, you'll be fine. You win very quickly. Or never.
Or never, yeah. If I'm suffering, you're suffering. This game is 7 hours long.
Yes.
You can't do anything. You can't call anyone. No phoning a friend.
No.
Wow, what a time to be alive.
Hell yeah. Well, Dan, are you closing out your show then?
Yeah, thank you for having us.
That's enough cocktails and counterspells for one day. Thanks for joining us on this episode of Cocktails and Counterspells on the Check for Traps YouTube channel, which you already know because you're here watching it. Be sure to check out our other shows, Sit Down Sagas and Mana Maelstrom, and maybe some other future shows. What was it called? Like Hater Hour or something?
Hater. Oh man, I forgot. Watch this episode and remind us of what we were going to do.
What we said. But yeah, seriously, it is a genuine privilege to hang out and talk about Magic with my friends. And if anyone else enjoys it, that's even better. So thank you so much. You're the best. Have a great day. Drink responsibly. Enjoy the Liliana cocktail. And we'll see you soon.
Bye.